I'm Mike Thurmond. With your prayers, your vote, and your support, I will be the 84th governor of the great state of Georgia. I come to you this evening, and I told my wife, sometimes maybe something ain't quite right with me, but I ain't scared. I am not tired. I'm not frustrated. I'm not giving out, and I'm not giving in. Politicians come and politicians go. Trump may be in the White House, but God is still on his throne. God is still on the throne. So what I come here to tell you tonight, that if you and I will rise together, if you and I will stand in the gap at this critical moment in the history of our nation, we will make sure that 750,000 Georgians will not lose their Medicaid. If you and I will stand together, not just with me, but with the candidates on this stage, we can ensure that every child will have access to a quality education. And it doesn't matter whether you're born in North Georgia, Middle Georgia, or South Georgia. What I come to tell you is God don't make no junk. And every child will have access to a quality education. I am a former school superintendent of DeKalb County, Georgia. During my tenure, we increased the graduation rate. We increased the test scores. We eliminated a $27 million deficit and left a $90 million surplus. And let me tell you how we did it. It wasn't me. I listened to the teachers in the classroom. I listened to what they were saying. I appreciate the Senator Estevez asked the educators to stand up, but I want to go a little bit further. I don't want just the educators to stand up. I want the bus drivers. I want the cooks. Because you know if the buses don't run, the schools don't open. And if the cooks don't cook, everybody going home. So I want all the educators to stand up, and let's give them a round of applause. Stand up, educators. All my educators. All my educators. Also, the way we did it was we empowered parents. Parents are the first teachers. And I know what you're saying, but wait, Mike, some parents may not be in a position to help with trigonometry and math. I tell the story all the time that my daddy was a sharecropper. Yes, he was. And it wasn't just my daddy was a sharecropper. My daddy's daddy was a sharecropper. And you know, all I should have ever hoped to be was what? A sharecropper. But the next time you see me, look a little bit closer. Look past the blue suit. And let me tell you something. Because if you look into my heart and my soul, you'll find the heart and soul of a Georgia sharecropper. Because sharecroppers can take a little bit and do a whole lot with it. You see, look a little bit closer, because you're getting ready to elect a governor who was the son of a sharecropper. And you see, I'm a sharecropper, but I'm a sharecropper with a law degree, and that make me a bad man. I'm just telling you that. That make me a bad man. And so we got to have an education system with multiple pathways to success. Go to Folk Valley State, go to Albany State, go to Macon, Middle Georgia State. That's good. Get a liberal arts degree. But we got to teach our parents and our students that it's just as honorable to go to the technical college. It's just as honorable. It's just as honorable to engage in an apprenticeship program with a local union. It's just as honorable, like Representative Jackson, to create a career in the military. See, when I was labor commissioner, I learned something. White collar, blue collar, no collar. It's not the color of the collar, but it's the green and the dollar that make all the difference. It's the green and the dollar. So we'll have an education system that's going to lift up particularly our young men. Our young men. Look inside a Georgia prison. You'll find 50,000 people. And the disproportionate number of those people in prison today are young black men. And see, there are some of us who think somehow maybe young black men are genetically predisposed to crime. medically predisposed, but I come to tell you something. I read a book a long time ago. The crime rate for young black men with jobs is the same as it is for young white men with jobs. Let me say it again. I'm a lawyer. We got any white lawyers in white lawyers? I'm a lawyer. I'm no more likely to steal your money as a white lawyer is to steal your money. Am I right? We got to make sure that our young men have access to real jobs so they can support themselves and their families. We're going to have an education system that encourages young men who want to become plumbers or technicians at Warner Robins. Because let me tell you, technicians at Warner Robins make over $100,000 a year. Is that right? Work has dignity, and it doesn't matter what type of, it's honest work for honest pay. The third thing we're going to do is we are going to build a coalition. Black folk, white folk, urban and rural, Christian, Jew, Muslim, Gentile, Protestants and Catholic, the true believers, and maybe a few sinners. But we're going to build a coalition of the willing, so that we can stand up to Trump, right? Because right has no color. Right is right. And we will fight here in Georgia, and I like what Jackson said, boots on the ground, not just at home, but boots on the ground under the gold dome, boots on the ground at the school board, boots on the ground at the county commission meeting. As your governor, I promise you this, I'm going to work every day. I thank you all for supporting me for 3 elections here in Houston County when I was elected your labor commissioner. I thank you all for giving me this opportunity. And most of all, I thank you all for not giving up, not giving out, and not giving in. This will not be the first time that someone did something for bad and we turned it around for good. We're going to rise together, we're going to fight together, and we're going to help Georgia become not the state that it is, but the state that it must become in order for all of us to have hospitals in rural Georgia, to have access to doctors in middle Georgia, to have jobs in middle Georgia, to have parents who can send their children off to college and have them come home to work and not leave and never come back again. Thank y'all so much for letting me come. Thank y'all for giving the sharecropper son this opportunity, born on the dead end of a dirt road in a house with no indoor bathroom. But my daddy told me something one day. He said, son, look at that old dirt road. Let me tell you something. It's a magic road. I said, Dad, ain't nothing magic about that old dirt road. He said, yes, it is, son. If you get on that old dirt road with a belief in God and a belief in hard work, that old dirt road will take you anywhere you want to go in life. I got on that old dirt road a long time ago, and that old dirt road going to take me from the dirt road down on West Paces Ferry to the governor's mansion. Thank y'all so much.